Welcome back. We're about 15 minutes into the hour. You're still watching Global Business. The Africa Development Summit has kicked off in the Ethiopian capital, Addis Ababa. Africa's ministers and developmental organizations are all expected to lay out strategies to bolster economic growth right across the continent. Girum Chala earlier on spoke to Carlos Lopes, the Executive Secretary of the UN Economic Commission for Africa, to look at what issues will be front and center at the meeting.
We are very pleased to have so many events. We are going to have more than 20. We are going to cover so many subjects, from blue economy to macroeconomic policy frameworks to greening industrialization in Africa, to the status of trade, the governance and corruption issues. So it's a very large palette of events and also publications.
These days we are hearing colorful economic concepts. It used to be the green economy, now it's the blue economy. All of this combined in the summit, how do you think they're going to help tackle the development challenge of the African continent?
We all know that, for instance, one of the lowest scores of Africa in implementing the Millennium Development Goals was water and sanitation. So we have all these major opportunities that are offered by the quality of access to water, by the potential that water offers economically, like for instance hydroelectricity production, or even just irrigation. And yet we are not paying enough attention to this potential. So we are trying to really shift the debate to focus on issues that really contribute to the transformation of Africa. That's really the agenda of today.
What major talks can we expect among stakeholders to transform Africa's economy?
We have to go from a very politicized discussion into a much more technical discussion. That's why in this Development Week we'll be launching the first ever Regional Integration Index that basically looks into what countries in Africa have promised to do to make integration possible and what they have actually done. So we see the difference between promises and facts. And I think this is the kind of debate that we need to move the agenda in the direction that you were mentioning. Real transformation, real change, and not just talk.
What do you say are the much anticipated outcomes of the first Africa Development Summit?
What this Development Week will achieve is to put on the map the fact that Africans can produce knowledge. There's a lot of knowledge that is going to be produced, imparted, discussed. So the ideas, which is the beginning of the journey, becomes Africa-owned and not ideas that come from outside. And that is the beginning of a very good strategy moment, because you cannot have good strategies, successful strategies, if you just import it. You have to be part of conceiving them, and in order for them to be really achievable, in order for them to be realistic, you need to have all the strategies grounded with good data. You need the strategies to be really thoroughly researched, and that's basically what this Development Week will contribute.